Sunday.
Today is Sunday,
but it's Sunday.
Thank God it's Sunday.
How do I know it's Sunday? I slept till almost after 10. Didn't go to church again.
Wait, don't. It's Sunday soon.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Brendan and Donna, playing the best independent artists on the Yanki and the Brit show.
Well, we are here, believe it or not. Just bear with us a minute. Because we got a big surprise. Our software quit working. So, just hang on a minute while I...
Why not? Everything else goes wrong.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. We're here, though. So just hang on and let me get some music loaded up here as soon as I remember how to do it with this thing. Just crazy. Not even surprised, be honest with you. All right. Let's see. Music. That's what we got to do right here. All right. Now what? What does that mean? What is all that noise?
You?
Jesus Christ. See, I hate this getting caught off guard like this. All right, then.
Nobody wants to listen to the wife when the wife says, test it beforehand. Oh, no.
Shut up.
Just wanna make it rain. Just wanna make it rain. Just wanna make it rain.
Jerry Lee Willis, he was with us on the show last night. I want to make it rain. Yankee and the Brit, Independence Day, Sunday. Pebo Wilson's going to be joining us later, and we're going to burn some barns down over here. Guy's great. Can't wait to get him on the show. In the meantime, we will just keep moving along here with all this great independent music. A lot of new stuff. Some stuff you know, some you won't. But we'll keep you moving along and enjoying the new stuff. Here's Mirror and Michaela Hay. We just got some new music from... Got some new music from Spain, too. I can't wait to play that. Billy Lord and the Long Road with the Yankee and the Brit and the RTM Radio Network. Independence Day. That's Sunday for us. Pebo Wilson will be joining us. Wild man, Pebo Wilson. Going to be a good time. Going to burn some barns down and do some crazy shit, I'm sure. Great guy, man. Funny. All kinds of cool stuff. So what's going on, everybody? Nice to see you, Mr. Checo. How are you? And Brenda, of course. And anybody else that's tuned in, hey, what's going on over there? Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. What's going on?
So, yes, top of the hour, that strange person, and I'm sure he's listening now, cursing me, raising his fist up to the radio. But, yeah, that strange person will be on at the top of the hour.
Yes, he will.
To burn a few bombs down.
All right, so I think we got our shit together over here. Let's move along here for a few minutes and make sure we have a grip on the situation now.
Sunday.
today is Sunday,
But it's Sunday.
Thank God it's Sunday.
How do I know it's Sunday? I slept till almost after 10. Didn't go to church again.
Wait, don't. It's Sunday soon.
Sunday will never be the same.
I could have been at a barbecue.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Brendan and Donna, playing the best independent artists on the Yankee and the Brit show.
2 sons already, so they'd hoped for a daughter. Still, I grew up to be a regular guy. Though I might not have been the apple of my dear mother's eye. No, my dad, he poured a little wine in my water, and I tasted all the other good things in life. But I was a lonely guy before he showed me I could fly. It's a long, hard road, though I try to make it happen. My best intentions sent me down below. A long, hard road, always such a familiar pattern. I'm running blind and round we go. Angel, you give me a little taste of love, but it really ain't enough. I just need a little more Just kids finding out the things our folks could never talk about. But truth and love would have to be as simple as the air we breathe. If I was going to believe, and now I can't deny, there's a reason I'm alive. It ain't by bread alone that I survive. So, angel, you're giving me a little taste of love, but it really ain't enough, no. I need a little more now. I'm in such a different state of mind. Tell me, how could love be blind? This time, it's like a whole new world, but it ain't such an easy thing to say. 'Cause when I see your wings unfurl, it takes my breath away. That's all I'm living for now. You take me to a different space and time. So tell me, how could love be blind this time? Angel, you're giving me a little taste of love.
Doug Jacobs, an Angel, brand new for us. The Yankee and the Brit, Independence Day Sunday. All kinds of new stuff. Got a new song from Spain, from a group called Vanilla. Yeah,
Vanilla something.
Vanilla Bass. They're from Spain, and I'm going to throw that puppy out here so you guys can check it out.
All the way from Madrid.
From who?
Madrid.
I can't even hear you. There, try that.
All the way from Madrid. Are you not turning my mic on, husband?
No, your mic was on. I didn't have my ear gear turned up.
Just like he does when I'm saying, are you listening to me? And he's like, yeah.
What?
I just can't hear you.
What are you talking about over there, then?
Him and his selective hearing.
Yes, anyways, they're from Spain. Just got it a little bit ago. Vanilla Bass, It's Been So Long is the name of the tune. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, too, man. Tell me if I'm wrong here, because I must be the fool. I must be a real idiot, because I don't get this, why this is so hard to understand. It's a very easy concept. But I'm sick and tired. You know, Facebook is supposed to be social, right? I want to go and talk to people, chat, discuss things, go in groups and, like my train groups, you go in there and we talk about trains and building things and blah, blah, blah. And, socialize with friends you haven't talked to in a while, or just chit-chat, whatever. But it's always got to be some politics and some of this and some of that. And the one thing really getting on my friggin' nerves the last couple of days is this shit about The View. Number one, I don't watch it. I don't give a shit. I know what it is. I've seen enough from it that I don't want to watch it. How do you know anything about it if you don't at least watch it once? I watched it once a long time ago. It's stupid. It's just a bunch of yakking hens sitting around the table giving their opinion. Well, here's what I don't get. And again, tell me if I'm wrong. Am I the idiot here? Wouldn't it be easy, instead of all this bitching and whining and shit, to get rid of The View and get rid of Whoopi and all this crap? Stop watching it. Just don't watch the show. Don't click on the links. Don't talk about it. Don't do anything. You think that the TV channels, or especially the one that broadcasts that show, you think they don't know how many people watch that show? They know everything that goes on. Come on. Really, people, think. They know the numbers. They know what's going on. If people would just turn that shit off, it would go away. It's that easy, really. Turn it off and go about your life. So am I wrong in thinking that, or is there something more to it? Am I stupid? Does that seem too simple? Or is it because it's too simple that it would never work? I just don't understand all the bitching and whining. If you don't like it, why are you watching it? Why are you reading stories on it? Why do you have any knowledge of it, basically, other than the fact of knowing what it is if you don't like it?
Well, it's just like what I was saying to you. People will post something saying, can you believe how disgusting this? Can you believe how this has gone viral? Yet they are sharing the post and contributing
and making it more viral. I know.
To making it viral, and then someone else will click on that and click on that, and it is so. Yeah, people have to not share it, not even click on it.
That's what I've been.
Don't give it the view.
That's what I'm saying. Stop all that shit, and it'll go away. It really will. Why is that so hard for people to understand? I say things like that, and I get replies from total strangers like, "Oh, it won't work," and blah blah blah, and this won't do this, and that won't happen. It's like, why wouldn't it? How many other TV shows get canceled because nobody watches them? You think really they don't know what's going on? Come on. Your whole life is tracked no matter where you go and what you do. If you do it online, somebody knows. They've got your information. It doesn't matter whether they share it or keep it hidden, encrypted. It doesn't matter. They still know. This is what they do. That's why the TV companies love the internet and radio and everybody else, It's just crazy. I mean, the only thing we get is how many people are listening. That's all we get. We don't get names, numbers, addresses, phone numbers, none of that crap. I don't want it. I wouldn't call anybody if I did. Here's our phone number. We give it out all the time. If anybody wants to call us, they know where we are. Chit-chatting online, I've had, in the past week or so, I've talked to 2 or 3 people, and I'll ask a question, they just disappear. They don't even answer back. They don't say goodbye. They don't say, kiss my ass. Sorry, I'm busy. Gotta go. Gotta take a shit. Nothing. They just stop talking and they disappear. And I just find that rude as hell.
And then you get the people that just go through their list as they're sharing links. They will just hit your name and hit the next person's name down the list, and you end up with all sorts of crap in your bloody inbox or on our radio page, and it comes up on the radio page as unavailable, and people don't even know where they're sharing it from or whether it's even public. So they're just sharing attachments that aren't even
What about
available.
the people that want attention? I'm cleaning up my Facebook list. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to delete you. Please do. Because if that's the kind of idiot you are, we don't have nothing to talk about anyways. I just want to chat. I want to talk. I just want to have a nice, friendly conversation with people. And if I ask questions you don't like, just say, hey, none of your business. Sorry, I don't care to talk about that. I want to keep it private. Whatever. I don't want to hear about your stay in the hospital. I don't want to hear how they sliced your abdomen open to sew you back together. I don't care if your mom died. I don't want to see pictures of your mother on her deathbed. I mean, hey, that's, to me, that's private stuff. Like when my mom and pop pass, I'm going to tell people because I think there's a lot of people that knew them and, really liked them back in the day. And I'm going to tell those people. But I'm certainly not going to sit here on Facebook. Look, here's a picture of my mom. She's all shriveled up and dead. Check it out. Isn't that cute? Bullshit. I just don't get what's the matter with people. You can't think for yourselves. And like I posted earlier, this app. There's a new app. And obviously, I'm guessing it works GPS or something. But you set this app up, and when you stop driving, the app will open up your phone, and it will tell you, you have stopped driving, look in your back seat and make sure you have everything, or whatever it does. But really? And some girl on there, some woman, I use the term loosely, come on there, oh, like, yeah, right, I'm going to use that. Oh, like, yeah, it's really going to be helpful.
Because my phone is the most important
because
thing
I'm too
in
stupid
my
to
car.
know that I have a kid in the back seat. Is your mind and your life that cluttered you can't remember your child? Your precious child, you spread your legs open and bear this kid, suffer the pain, and you don't remember you have a kid in the car? You shouldn't even be alive. If you get hit by a train, I'm not going to feel too bad about it. What the hell is wrong with people? Friggin' morons. God damn, I just don't get this shit.
Hey, this is the wild man, Pebo Wilson, and you're listening to the Yank and Brit show. But don't let your barn burn down. Joe is coming back in town. But that Brit, I just don't understand half of what she says. I don't know if she's talking good about me or bad.
It's been so long since we heard that tune. It's been so long since you were here. Now nothing is quite the same. Even the streets have your name. Resting in those hidden places with friends or alone makes no difference. Still hoping you'll come back one day. But the sounds in the city have all gone far away. It's been so long since we heard that tune. It's been so long since you were here. Now nothing is quite the same. Even the streets have your name. It's been so long since we heard that tune. It's been so long since you were here. Now nothing is quite the same. Even the streets have your name. It's been so long since we heard that tune. It's been so long since you were here. Now nothing is quite the same. Even the streets have your name.
Vanilla Bass. Vanilla Bass. It's been so long. Brand new from Madrid, Spain, huh? Pretty cool. I like it. Pebo Wilson, Wild Man, is going to be joining us here directly. Let's get a couple Pebo tunes on here. Here's Playing with Fire. Oh, chong, ricky, ching, ching, chong.
That left hand, hey, I shouldn't touch. That kind of woman just can't get enough. I know one time, well, it just shouldn't matter. I'm playing with fire. When she walks in and turns up the heat, that little woman made my heart skip a beat. My fever just keeps getting higher and higher. I'm playing with fire. Playing with fire. You know you're gonna get burned with fire. Just another lesson you learn. Playing with fire. Hot woman, she's full of desire. I'm playing with fire. Desire. I'm playing with fire.
Pebo Wilson again, right through it all.
Hard times, we had a few. Had a hell of a honeymoon. Carolina mudslide. Barely made it out alive. But we loved through it. You were driving home one night. Someone crossed the yellow line. Doctors did all they could do. Thank God God came through. We loved through it. We've had mountains come crashing down. Guardian angels that can't be found. Long as I can hear your sweet voice when you call. Bring on that lightning, let them raindrops fall. Girl, we're gonna love right through it, love right through it all. Been known to fuss and fight, cause of my old stubborn pride. Never let it go too far. We don't play that goodbye card. We love through it. We've had mountains come crashing down. Guardian angels that can be found. Long as I can hear your sweet voice when you call. Bring on that lightning, let them raindrops fall. Girl, we're gonna love right through it all. We've had mountains come crashing down. Guardian angels that can be found. Long as I can hear your sweet voice when you call. So bring on that lightning, let them raindrops fall. We're gonna love right through it all. Right through it all. Girl, we're gonna love right through it. That's how we do it. Gonna love right through it all.
Pebo Wilson, right through it all, with the Yankee and the Brit. Independence Day Sunday. Hi, nice to have you here. Pebo, been in a movie too. Pretty cool guy, man. He's been involved in quite a number of things. Got some great songs.
Fingers in many pies.
Yeah, he
so
does.
to speak.
I hope it's all the right ones.
No hairy pies.
Stop. Now?
We're supposed to be behaving. Stop making me say naughty words.
You have a mouse in your pocket? Not we're supposed to be behaving. You are supposed to be behaving.
I am not the only one that misbehaves on here.
All
You
right.
encourage me.
No.
You laugh at my stupidity.
I see how it always comes back on me.
Well, you see, if you didn't laugh at my stupidity, then I'd be bored doing it on my own.
But you're used to doing it on your own.
DIY Donna.
Pebo Wilson, if you're leaving.
In the morning, no one in sight. You're out with your friends. Something don't seem right. I don't need the drama. Yeah, life goes on. So if you're leaving, why ain't you gone? You keep holding on, bringing me down. But this old boy ain't nobody's clown. ain't you gone? If you're leaving, why ain't you gone? And you keep singing that same old song. Been spending too many nights all alone. So if you're leaving, why ain't you gone?
If you're leaving, Pebo Wilson, Yankee and Brit, Independence Sunday. One more from Pebo, and he should be giving us a call here. The devil has to win.
Where the bloody hell are you?
Aye.
It's about now on a good watch, and you're late. Oh, here he is. Look.
Maybe you weren't yelling loud enough.
Hey, hello.
Well, by God, howdy.
By golly, who are you?
Howdy, y'all.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, good evening, Pebo Wilson. Wildman Pebo Wilson, that is. How are you doing?
I am doing good. How about yourself?
Well, you're sounding a little bit more English, I have to say. I think you've been practicing, have you?
I am trying. I am dropping my jaw down real hard trying to phrase everything right.
Have you been practicing your bloody British?
Oh, I can't go that far. I watched a lot of Western, but I can't catch them Britain and English in there, But
And how are you doing with your P's and your Q's?
oh, I'm doing okay, It gets gooder all the time.
So I'm taking it you got your P's and Q's all in a row then.
No, yeah. Keep them in a row all the time.
Okay.
So, Mr. Pebo Wilson, we had a brief chat with you before. We didn't give you the full Yankee and the Brit experience. Will you put that fag out? I swear, I need to breathe tonight.
Give me your forehead.
Get lost. Anyway, back to the person in question. Tell us, where did you get started? How old were you when you got started with your music?
I was 16. Got a little bit of a late start in some, I know. But I got dragged into the honky-tonks at 16-year-old playing lead guitar for a band. And I just found out, well, I can actually make some gas money, go cruising and things like that, So why not,
Ain't you supposed to be chasing girls down at the swimming hole at that age?
Well, it got a little bit more mature girls chasing, so that come out worked out pretty good, so.
I see where that's going. All right.
Like I said, I was going to say that wasn't that was sort of a good thing went on that. You learn a lot of stuff fast.
How old were you when you started learning to play the guitar?
About 10.
About 10?
Yeah, about 10.
Do you know how to say that in English? Like,
no, that's not like the stuff goes on the roof. We're talking age.
Oh, you did. It sounded like that stuff that gets a little bit rusted on the roof.
Right, on top, yeah.
Yeah.
Go on, you're enjoying yourself. Help yourself to all the accent you
So
want.
you started when you were about 10. Do you write your own music? I mean, your songs. Do you write your own music and lyrics? You know, do you
Yes.
remember? Do you remember the first song that you ever wrote?
The very first song that I wrote is on YouTube called Mixed Emotions. That's the very first song that I wrote, and it's on the first original album that I put together.
Wow. And what was it about?
It was actually about a buddy of mine, and having trouble with his girlfriend and things like that, you know, and running around. And I thought, man, I hate to be in his situation. And he kept on and on, and you have to hear it from him every day, on and on.
See, like, I hate to be in his situation, but I'm glad he's in it because he's given me an idea for a song.
Right. I said, hell, I can just write this out. And I said, I'm going to see if I can put some music to it. And that's what I done.
And that's how you discovered you could do this then?
Yeah, I thought, well, that was pretty easy. But then I had to get more creative. And then finally, after about 2 or 3 songs, I realized I just need to write about what I've done, everything that I have lived and on. And that's why I stuck with after that.
And do you remember your earliest musical memory? You know, a song that you used to hear when you were really, really tiny, or something like that, or something that your parents used to sing or play, anything like that. Do you remember what your earliest musical memory is? You would have probably had really, really little tiny legs at that point.
I was very young and I just fixing to start learning, but every Sunday morning I get woke up to a guitar playing.
A guitar?
And my dad, a guitar, and my dad was playing, and he played this song. I think it's called like 097 or something like that. Going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour. Da, 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 da.
Johnny Cash song, ain't it?
I think Johnny Cash did do it.
Yeah.
He did do it, but he played it over and over and over. Just get me up, and this is going on like at 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, and you up late, you know, you don't want to go to bed early and stuff and young, and so you know, you usually don't lay down like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I hear that all the time.
He should have known a frying pan does just as good a job.
Yeah, and it was with Folsom Prison too, and that's happened to be the very first song I learned to play on guitar, was Folsom Prison.
Have you heard his grandson, Thomas Gabriel, yet?
I think I have. It was on I think it was a PBS special. It had like a lot of the grandchildren with, I think with Mel Tillis, I think it was, and Bobby Bear, and kids of them. I'm actually working a little bit right now with, we got a show coming up with Waylon Jennings' grandson, Way.
Way, oh yeah, we've been hearing about him.
So I'm gonna see how this works out. I don't know him real good personally yet. He had contacted there last week and started setting up a fall show for October, and we'll see how it goes. I mean, you know, maybe good, maybe bad. You don't know till you step in the water. So we'll see.
We just got 3 of his Thomas Gabriel songs sent over to us from, I guess, his manager. But man, are they good, man. First time I heard it, I was like, boy, if that ain't Johnny coming through, boys, that's crazy. And, you know, he gets all fine-tuned. He's going to be bad. He sounds great.
Now, did John Carter produce those tracks?
I don't know. It came from a gentleman called Howard D. Crean. So Howard Dean Crean. So I'm not sure how he's involved, whether he's just a advertising manager or PR guy or what. But he sent him over, and I was like, I fell off my chair.
That's not a name I've heard.
Well, a lady today did email us back about him coming on the show, Deborah Milliken, and she says she is his publicist. Is that the right word? Publicist.
Publicist.
That's another funny word.
Okay.
How do you say that word, Pebo?
Publicist.
Oh my gosh, you sound almost English. But anyway, she was the lady that contacted us back about him coming on the show. She emailed us back today.
Oh, that's good then. See, you just get more and more coming out to you. You just drag them in. They just attract to you.
Oh yeah,
like flies on poo.
Well, I didn't say that or nothing.
She will if you don't.
Yeah, she tried to put words in my mouth, was she?
So, what is your future plans? You have plans with Way, which he is actually at the Truckin' Bozos bar tonight, according to Brenda in the chat room. He's Dave Summers, who we do make all the cruise shirts for. He's making arrangements for Way to go on one of his cruises with SS Cruises. I don't know when it's going to be, but yeah, it looks like Way is getting his name out there.
Yeah, well, he don't have to do a lot. I think Waylon took care of that. That's the good thing about being the family tradition. You don't have to really build so much. Waylon was awesome. I went and seen Waylon. I seen Waylon when Shooter was playing bongos in his band. That's the last time I got to see Waylon. And
it's a long time ago.
And the thrill of it with Jessie. I mean, his wife is still. I think she's just so underrated as far as a singer. She should get a lot more credit in what she did, and I think the same thing is another one. Like I don't know if you remember or not, Lacey J. Dalton.
Oh yeah, haven't heard that name in years.
And that's another one I think is very underrated. Didn't get the credit she should had, and they're different. You know, they're not this. I don't know. You might get some people mad or not, but a lot of stuff out right now, the girls, all of them, they all looking the same, they all sound the same. There's thousands of them in Nashville coming out, and when I'm producing somebody, I try to explain that to them. You've got to step out of the box. You got to make yourself stand out. And they all think, well, you just put these short little blue jean shorts on and a little top, you know, and fluff your hair up, and bam, you're a superstar. And it just don't work like
Some of them it works for.
That was going to be one of my questions tonight. You know, what do you think of the new generation of country stars and the music industry today?
Well, since I've been around a lot of them, like I said, to me, most of it sounds the same because you got the same producers, you got the same label. They see one thing work, then they try to push everything through the same door.
Yeah, and they just don't fit, do they?
No. You got Carrie Underwood. She's awesome now, but then you got everybody trying to be Carrie Underwood. You've got, well, you had Travis Tritt was probably to me the last, or as I call outlaw music type, you know, and you got everybody trying to push through that same door. And I got a song out. It's called he calls himself an outlaw, but he doesn't even have a damn tattoo. You know, and it says it all in it. You know, I've never called myself an outlaw, but I have kicked bouncers off stage while the guitar's on fire, while I'm singing the song and performing for a full crowd.
So your guitar really does get on fire?
Oh, yeah. I play it. Anybody can burn one and set it there and let it burn. Woohoo, you know. Get that bitch up and play it while it's burning, you know. I got the keys are melting, dripping, hitting on my foot, and I play barefooted all the time. I've got the flames rolling. I got gunpowder in it. It's a whole redneck mixture that I use for the smoke and the whole. It's got to make the pictures look good too, you know. So everything has to work together, and because I get burnt every time. The people don't know it, but I get burnt every time I play. So I just sort of grit my teeth and just go on.
Yeah, but I bet there's a lot of people that notice that though. They're the ones that see that you're doing that shit for real. You ain't just fooling around.
No, there's no special effects and no pyro. I mean, it's just redneck ingenuity. That's all it is, just flat out. And you know, I haven't had no mishap or anything like that. I keep a couple people standing by with fire extinguisher and towels. Put it out, but it has to burn so long before it can be put out. And I try to explain that to some people, and that's the reason I had to kick some bouncers off stage. We played a venue, I think it was Charlotte, North Carolina. We played, and I'd set it on fire, and it just lit up. And here come a couple bouncers. They was trying to jump up on the stage. Stage is about 3, almost 4 foot high, and they was trying to jump up on the stage, put it out. Well, as one of them would come up, I'd put my foot in his chest, push him down. I just keeping him from getting hurt, you know.
Yeah.
And I was going back and forth on stage doing that, and they was mad. They was running their thumbs across their throat there back to the sound man, hollering, cut that friggin' dude off, they just, all that. But I done got the words out. The words are done, so I didn't need the PA anymore. The amps was cranking, and the drummer, he was back there hollering, hooping, screaming. He was having a ball with it as I was kicking him off. And we just kept playing it out. And when I ended that song, that crowd erupted. It went to a standing ovation, and that made them even madder.
So what in the world?
Yeah, baby.
So what in the world made you think, I know what I'll do? I'll set my guitar on fire.
Well, that part of that's my former booking agent's fault. He booked that, and when we got there, it wound up being a battle of the bands. And I thought, and the rest of the bands are all this shoot your mama, kill your dog stuff, that kind of music. You can't understand nothing of it.
I can't understand you. Say that bit again.
I call it this kill your mama, shoot your dog stuff. That's what I call that metal music that you can't understand nothing. All that all that grunge, and the lady, when I walked through the door and I was talking to her playing, she just kept getting smart, just popping off, and I just asked a couple questions. And I said, lady, I didn't know it's no battle of the bands. I said, look, we're out here, tour bus, album out, song on the radio. I said, well, this ain't, this ain't fair to these garage bands. And she said, well, you're playing first. I said, I'm going to open up for these bands. And she said, yeah. And she kept on. I said, all right, fine. All right, by God, I will. I'll give you something to really go on about. And that's what I did. Went from there.
It popped into your head that quick, huh?
That quick. I got a temper. So, and I've always, my mama always told me, tell it like it is, and everything will wash itself out.
That's right. That's
the way I've always been, straight up. If somebody's good, I'll tell them. I don't care a bit to tell them. I love a good singer, a good player. I love it. I don't care what style of music. If they're good, I'll definitely tell them. But if there's somebody that can't hold their pitch and all, and arrogant and non-pitching, yeah, please don't ask me. Because you're going to get the truth. I'm not going to be some producer and say, oh, yeah, you're giving me money. Oh, you're great. We take care of this. We got pitch benders. You can make anybody sound like $1 million in the studio, but what are you going to do when you go live?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's, I tell my daughter, she's trying to get into it, and bless her heart, she has some pitch problems, and I explain that to her, and it breaks my heart to have to tell her, but I want her to be truthful with her about it. We can work on it and make her better, but I don't want her to get her false hopes.
That's right. Well, that's the way it ought to be. Tell the truth, because if you don't tell her, somebody else is somewhere down the way.
And they're not always going to be quite as nice about it.
That's it. But I can teach her. See, that's what she's only 17 now, and she can sing. When she was like 10, she could burn it up. But then she hadn't done nothing for 7 years, and it's like she's forgot what she knew. So I've got to get that back out in her.
You think she forgot, or you think that she's just, as she's gotten older, she's gotten a little, I don't know, I don't want to use the word shy, but just doesn't let it all out like when she was carefree and younger and didn't think anything about that?
It's like she don't have the confidence.
Yeah, that's it. That's probably
to really push it to a limit. And
I'm not sure whether girls' voices change in the way that boys' voices changes, because when boys' voices break, they go from the boy to a man, don't they? But obviously girls' voices change too. They go from like a child's to a teenager's to a woman. And maybe it could be that. It
could be. It very well could be.
Well, if you're backing it up with all the love you got, hell, that ought to work just fine.
Oh, well, I'd die for her in a heartbeat. That's my baby girl there now. I take care of my son would like to get into the business, but bless his heart, he can't carry a tune in a bucket. he's a good-looking kid. I mean, he'd fit all the profile that they're trying to push right now and all. But the singing, he tries and tries, and
just remind your daughter that one day, honey, I'm going to be sitting out there in that wheelchair at one of your concerts.
There you go. See. That's it.
So, do you Do you consider yourself as an independent artist?
Yes. Well, I have accomplished everything really on my own without any of these independent labels. Can't do any more for you than what you can do for yourself.
That's exactly right.
Unless you get with the 4 major labels who's going to put money behind you. And I tell you, it takes to break a good artist over, and this is coming from the big guys talking to me, it takes $1 million to break an artist over with one single now. Then after that, you've got to maintain that. But there's ways around it nowadays since we have the internet and all that stuff. It can still be done, but you got to build your name up and stand out. You definitely have to stand out.
But how do you do that? I mean, that's not exactly easy in itself, between trying to play music, go out and do shows once you get where you're comfortable doing that. I mean, that's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and I have worked my tail off. And you think I like getting burnt, you know?
Oh, I hear you.
But I go out, and when I do a show, I played from 5 people to thousands of people, and I have to do it the same every time. I got to bring it every time. When I leave the venue, I got to make sure that when I leave, I'm the one that they're talking about. I want them to get their money's worth. And they go home and say, "Wow, did you see that? Did you see what it did right there?" And man, didn't miss a lick. Stayed all in key. Man, I love the songs. I get so much compliments on my songs, and I'm proud of that. And it's even got me where I wrote with a lot of hit songwriters, and I've got to play with bigger bands like Shenandoah and Sawyer Brown, and I even got to do 3 months opening with Vern Gosden back in the early 90s.
Oh, wow.
And when you got people like that, well, I tell you what, let's put it this way. If you can do a show and when you start your first song and you can bring a 9-time Grammy-winning band off of their bus and stand in front of you for an hour clapping, you're doing something right.
I'm telling you.
And that's what I did when I first met Shenandoah. And I even, and then they started singing about me when they come on stage. and somebody videotaped that and sent it to me, and I put it on my YouTube channel. Put it on there. I said, people won't believe that. I said, I'm going to put that on there just to save it in archives. That's more or less what I use YouTube for, because I don't know what's going on. They jerk views off all the time, the ad views. It's just, I don't know, it's just foolish to me, but it's, what can you do, you know?
Well, you said you got to play the same whether it's 5 people or 1,000 people. Those 5 people could be just as important as those 1,000 people, you know?
That's right. Now, I'll tell you a story about my cousin, Chris Wallen, that I write some with. He wrote the song Don't Blink by Kenny Chesney. Okay, before he got his songwriter's deal, I mean, he was about started living on the streets. That's right, and he was in a little restaurant playing this acoustic guitar one night just by himself. They wouldn't do it. 2 people in the restaurant. One guy come in eating supper, and he got through eating. He just walked up to Chris and handed him a card, said, "Call me Monday. I've got a publishing deal for you." And that set him right off. Boom, got him hooked right up. He wrote that song, Something to Be Proud Of, Montgomery Gentry. He's wrote I'm Trying by Trace Atkins, People Loving People, Garth Brooks.
Wow.
He's had 9 number 1s so far. He's done real good for himself.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've had the pleasure of writing with him, and I don't know if you guys got it or not. Me and him wrote a song together called Right Through It All.
Yeah, I played it already. Yeah, good tune.
Okay, so me and him wrote that song about things that went on with me and my wife. Car crashes. I took her on a honeymoon, and the mountains, big storms come. They all washed in. I had to pull a survivor night getting her out of there, and they couldn't even get into us. They was people on train tracks across the river spotlighting, trying to see if we was all right, and I just motioned them on. I said, I got this. Go on. I'm a mountain boy. This ain't no big deal. But she is a city girl, so she's panicking pretty good. But she can tell you, since she married me, life has not been boring. There's always something
I'll
going
bet.
on.
You fixing to do any more movies or anything?
Yeah, I've got a Western to do. I've got a karate movie to do, and I think one like The Matrix, and then a couple more horror movies we'll be doing.
Horror movies?
Yeah, I'm in one horror movie right now. Well, a thriller. It's called Red Forest. It's out right now.
Yeah, we watched the trailer, I think, or something we watched. I remember you sent us the link for that thing. We checked that out. Pretty cool.
It turned out just fine. I've had some guys from L.A. call me, which it's not a Steven Spielberg movie, but it's just a B movie. But they thought everything went pretty good with it, and I thought I did a fine job. So long as they was all happy, it's just something else on my resume.
Well, you never know. You might need something to fall back on.
Right? Exactly.
Now, I don't mean that in a bad way, of course.
No, it's everything, anything that you can get your name on in the industry, entertainment. It all does help you. I'm also been on a TV show called Making It in Music City too, and it was just like I said, it was just back scene stuff of when I was in our recording. A couple of songs will be coming out. I haven't sent them to nobody yet.
You got any serious rules that you live by?
Just I don't like to be lied to. And I just when we're playing, guys, band members, everybody has their habits, but when we hit that stage, don't be getting out of your head and drunk and stuff before we hit the stage. That's time it's being paid for. They can wait till after the show to do anything like that.
Just like any other job.
That's right. Be professional about it. This ain't down at Joe's Bar and Grill. It ain't none of them days. Those days are over.
Have you ever been starstruck? You've met quite a few different people in your time. Have you ever been starstruck?
Starstruck.
Must be somebody.
Yeah, I would have to give that to Dolly.
Now, where'd you meet Dolly?
Actually, in Dollywood.
Really? She actually goes there, huh?
Yeah, she's got an apartment inside Dollywood, in the upstairs there. She's just like a big breath of fresh air. And just as real as can be. She just the nicest person that you want to be around. And it's just and all the money and stuff that she's made and all the things she's accomplished. She's just like you and me, just down to earth and just joke around and flirtatious and just you can't help but love her.
But I bet she's flirtatious in that southern way.
Oh yeah. We all like that.
Yeah, that's right. You just got to know the difference,
That's it.
A lot of Yankees don't understand how that works, but I've been down the south enough. I know how that. I know what that's all about.
Yeah, you know how they bloody are. It's just.
How bloody are they?
Brutal, just brutal.
Oh dear.
Does Dolly have a good sense of humor?
Yes, she does. What I've seen, yeah.
Because when I was a kid and used to watch, TV was a big thing when we were kids, especially back in the 60s and all that, when I was little. I'd see her on a lot of country music shows that were on back then. I just always thought she was just the nicest woman, nicest, I don't know how to put it, but I always just thought something was so nice about her compared to a lot of people. And I just always wondered if she really had that, if she really was, had that southern whole thing going on. Funny, nice, pretty and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I grew up listening to a song called Dolly Parton's Tits by Roy Chubby Brown.
Hey, it's another East Tennessee entertainer. We got some good ones.
Oh yeah, used to be, anyways.
So what we do, we've got Van Perry, we've got Kenny Chesney, we got Kenny, and you got my new guy, another one of my cousins, Morgan Wallen. Is out right now doing good.
Or you think Nashville will ever quit trying to kick out the bullshit and really get into some real music again?
I think the music is changing. I've talked with a lot of my producers and stuff, and said they're multi-platinum, so they don't believe the music's going to go back to the way it was, the traditional, but they do think it's moving more of real people. You just write what you live in, and just about like things that went with Hank Jr. and Johnny Cash and those guys like that. They're traditional, yes, but what they wrote, they lived it, and that's just what they think is really pushing now.
Well, I don't think you could go back to what it used to be. I mean,
No.
I mean, you can never go back. We have, we're doing mostly independent artists here, and there are some that are so good, and I just can't understand. And this includes you. And well, you know how much I love your Barn Burning song. That thing just kicks my ass when I heard the lyrics and everything. But
I'm about to drive over that cassette and smash it into smithereens.
We just have so many good artists. I can't understand why more aren't getting out there. Even if they become a one-hit wonder, they got some great sounding songs.
Nashville is money.
Well, yeah, but they used to be all about promotion too. What happened to that?
But when you got to build a product. They don't want to do the work no more.
There's the key.
They want you to build you up. You build yourself up. You get your attention. You get the numbers coming to your shows and things like that. This is what happened to me. I didn't get no attention on this until I started getting serious about 3 years ago. And I wished I'd started 10 years ago. But 3 years ago, I really broke down and started doing nothing but my own music and get serious with it. So I started getting more extreme on the shows. So when I went to Nashville, everybody I run into knew me before I even knew what's going on down there. They done heard all about the shows and stuff. Even the guys with the rock bands, it didn't matter what genre, hip-hop, they already knew me, where I'd built my name up and all. So with that, I knew I was doing something right going. And then I decided to just start doing more and more shows and pushing that extreme. And then I got to going, I didn't want to do the same thing and be like a one-trick pony, so I started doing different stuff. And I built my show around, I have cannons, I use caskets, I use, lasers, anything that I can make work in show, but I don't do the same thing every time.
When you take a show to the next level like that, don't you risk maybe doing the wrong thing or giving the wrong image or something?
Yeah, you sure do. You sure do.
But you were confident enough that you were all right with it.
Oh yeah, I can sit down with a guitar and do a show and feel where I've done it. Gosh, I've done this for 20 years. I've played strip clubs, cat houses, behind chicken wire. I've even honky tonked in church. I had to play at church. And this pastor called me, and he started talking about wanting to play in his church. He said, "This is Pastor so and so," and I thought, "Sir," I said, "You know who you're talking to?" And he said, "You're Pebo Wilson." I said, "Yes, sir. Yeah, that's me." And he said, "Yeah, I want you to play." No, told me the date. And it's like the coming Sunday, and I said, "Well, what exactly do I play?" He said, "Oh, just like you normally do, just what you usually do." And I'm like, I can't go into church playing, with people sitting down drunk and run off somebody's wife and all that stuff, And I said, "You don't go in church to do that." I mean, I'm raised a Southern Baptist. I said, "I get struck by lightning." That's what I was worried about. And so he kept on, and I said, well, so I called the rest of the band, asked them if they'd go honky-tonk in church next weekend, and they thought I was joking. And so here we show up to the church. I kept waiting for that lightning bolt to hit me about any time. I just eased into the doors and stuff and got in. But I know so many songs. I had to really think hard, but I kept it all clean. Left any kind of that stuff out. Stayed away from songs and stuff like that, and make sure they could dance good, had a good time. And of course, they doubled my pay. They enjoyed it so much. And I said, I'll never do that. I was so uncomfortable in that situation, but I was confident enough on what I do to get through that and make it sound good. I'm not going to get up in front of a bunch of people and make a fool out of myself. Well, that's not going to happen.
Did the pastor have any words for you when you were done?
No, that's what he doubled our pay.
That's plenty of words right there, isn't it?
Yeah, he was tickled to death and just pat, and they had us a big dinner all catered in, real fancy stuff, and and they fed us good too. I mean, my steel player, he was in heaven. He said, "Oh yeah," I said, "We need more of these." I said, "No."
Sometimes I think your best times are the unexpected times.
Yeah, we've had them. We've had bomb threats. We got raided in a cat house playing one night, and we got paid for the whole night and only got through 2 songs.
Oh, jeez.
And spent the rest of the night in the back of a cop car, handcuffed in it, and but I still don't call myself an outlaw.
What the hell? What the hell they handcuff you for?
They handcuffed the whole band. They handcuffing everybody. You know what? When I say a cat house, you do know I'm talking about cat house.
Oh yeah, but I don't understand.
Okay.
I mean, you guys are up on stage.
Okay.
It ain't like you're up in a room somewhere.
They handcuff everybody from bartenders to occupants. They was laying it to everybody.
There's an experience you won't soon forget.
Oh yeah, and one of the I had a drummer who was sitting in with me, and he's actually a big churchgoer, and his wife didn't know where he was playing at. So yeah, we had to explain that one too when he called. So yeah, she wasn't too happy to find he was in the cat house and all, which I took the blame for that for him, So I didn't tell him and all that good old stuff. I lied for him. I hated to, but I didn't want to see him get divorced either.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But saved his marriage.
Well, I gotta ask you about the barn burns down. How did you ever come up with that?
Barn burns down is the writer I was talking about, Chris Wallen, my cousin.
Now, don't tell me this is from experience.
Yeah, we grew up together. We ain't but a mile apart in a little town there. It's called White Pine, Tennessee, and that is something. Hey, there's some wild women in our area. They wild and they don't care. And back then, neither did we. So this was one of those things. But he had the song, but nobody didn't want to cut the song. He said first it wasn't rock and roll enough. Then he said it was too controversial for country, so nobody would do it. And he kept on talking, and I said, well, hell, I said, I'll do the song. I don't care, Hey, I like the song, so I'll just do it myself. And that's what we did. We got the multi-platinum producer Kevin DeClue out of L.A., and he asked a demo. He wanted a demo from me, so I did a demo of that song and sent it to him. He was playing it, and he said it just playing maybe 30 seconds, and people started popping their heads up out of cubicles in the office there and wanting to know who the hell is that. And he said that's when he called me about 10 minutes later. He said, I knew right then we got something. He said, we got something, so we need to do a real good recording on this. Javier Garza mixed it. He's the engineer. He's won like 28 Grammys, and he mixed it for us. He lives down in Miami. We wanted somebody out of the box, not the regular country theme, because they won't mix everything the same, and we want it different. Got to keep everything different, and trying to stay away from the Nashville big people, as much as possible on this. And it's worked out for us.
Well, I tell you what, you nailed it, because the damn lyrics alone were enough to send me over the edge, and then the beat, of course, is just.
He was creaming his pants.
I was over the top with it. I mean, that's why I jumped on it and, made that a video, our first video of the week. I never even did anything like that till it's like, I got to do something with this thing. It just says everything. I mean, you can't beat the truth coming out of that song. That's some backwoods redneck trouble right there, if I ever heard any.
Well, we write the truth.
I'm telling you.
Whether it's 3 chords or 4, we're going to put the truth in it. And our next release will be called I Drink Alone, and it's probably one of the saddest songs I guess I've ever done, and I co-wrote it with that Kevin DeClue, and it's so, we got a little bit of help from the band of Aerosmith as far as the music to it.
Cool.
And I think it's going to be real good for us too. They're going to let me do, I think, 5 releases to get everything rolling. So So we just taking it from there.
Well, when I heard Barn Burns Down, I mean, the memories just started flowing of the young days, chasing girls and mad boyfriends and all that kind of thing. It's like, my God, it nailed it right to the word. That, you know, and then my favorite line is, shuck another man's corn, milk another man's cow, wake up in the morning with your barn burned down. It's like, boy,
down.
you ain't shitting. That's how it works, too, right there.
That's it. That's it. It was an old song. I think it was called, I think old John's been shucking my corn. I think that's the only other time that I've heard that line about shucking corn put something like that. I can't remember who did the song. I know it was an old song that my mom and dad listened to and stuff. That might maybe Bobby Bear, maybe somewhere in that area. But yeah, it's.
Well, I don't get excited about too much. You know, ain't too much that really makes me want to just get all happy about. But that did it right there. That's one of the few that come through the console here, and I was like, I'm just tickled shitless over that thing.
Well, we played the song live for a year, testing it out, and everybody has always a great reaction with it, and so that's the way the songs that was being released, I have played them in live shows. I always test songs out and throw it to it. You know, if they're clapping their hands, I see their feet tapping or head bobbing, or even tears flowing. I know we're doing right.
That's right. Well, Brit, you're awful quiet over there. I know I've been doing all the yakking, but don't get to talk to a hero very often.
Hero?
A hero?
I would just stop by just to listen and
you just like
trying to work out what the
you like the stories like I do.
Word you're saying.
I know. I love a good story, and I can understand every word he says. I don't know about you.
When I'm involved in the conversation, I find it hard to sit and listen to the words, parts of the words, to work out what the hell he's trying to say. So I just sit back and just listen, and
then you got a minute to take it in.
Yeah.
Okay, just lay back, chill, relax, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Everything be just fine.
She's English, you know. I'm trying to teach her more American.
I understand. I understand now. Oh, but you're going to hear a lot of different stuff in my songs. And we got another song called Skinny Dipping. We got it. It'll be coming out.
Oh, I can't wait to hear that.
And it's a lot of that stuff went on there in my teenage years, early 20s. And
yeah, baby, I'm hearing you.
All that good old stuff.
I'm an old hillbilly, man. I got all that old southern blood flowing through me. Just brought up Yankee style is the only difference.
See, there you go.
Most of my family's from West Virginia, and they literally lived up in the hills, back in the hollers, and everywhere else.
Oh, yeah. See, you know where I'm coming from. And you got me.
And I did live in Tennessee, outside of Nashville, for about a year or so I got a good taste of that, right. Too.
Tennessee. Nashville just ain't like Nashville was. It was...
No, nothing close.
I'm just disappointed. Well, I went with a band before, but I wasn't the singer, and we tried to do something, but the problem was we had a good band, a good sound, but my singers, they sounded just like Alabama and looked just like Randy Owen and had that whole thing going on, and I think that just hurt. It just killed everything.
Well, I lived there back in the 80s when Vince Gill and Shania Twain and that whole gang from, you know, basically they all became famous in the early 90s, and you know, I met a bunch of them in the bars and stuff, and they were all nobodies then, you know. My girlfriend at the time worked at the truck stop out west of Nashville. You know, Vince Gill used to stop and get his gas there and stuff, and he invited us to go golfing with him and things. And I drove truck for about 20 years. That's how I met the girl. And I spent a night in Nashville. I can't even remember what bar it was, but Shania Twain was in there practicing for her show that night, you know, and she was basically a nobody then, but she come over. I was the only one in there. I went in early. She come over and sat down at the table and had a beer with me, you know, and we bullshit a few minutes, and she disappeared off into the wilderness. And you know, but it was just you know, people were a whole lot different then than they are now. And like you said, you know, it's changed quite a bit.
Oh yeah, it definitely changed. To me, you got to pay your dues out here playing. And I feel like I've done that over and over again. I had my bass player out for years. He about got divorced over me probably 2 to 3 times over for these women and stuff. These shows, when we was playing the strip clubs and things like that, we was playing a strip club out on the coast, and this one gal, she was working her way through college. She was going to give him a lap dance. So she had to give him a lap dance, and she just reached down and bit him right on the neck. I mean, just could not get rid of the teeth prints. It's there. So we was on our way back, and we didn't have the bus or stuff then. We was in a couple of vehicles. We was going down the road, and he goes, man, he goes, you know what happened last time? All my clothes was thrown out in the yard, and I couldn't. It took 2 days for me to get back in and stuff. He goes, she's going to see this. It's over. He goes, I need you to do me a favor. And I said, well, yeah, sure. I'll do what I can. He said, I need you to beat the hell out of me. I said, what? He goes, we pull over. He goes, he's a good tomato stick back there in the back of the bed. He goes, take it and just beat the hell out of me where you can't tell I've been bit. And I said, I can't do that to you. I said, because I like you too much. And he said, either you beat the hell out of me or we're stopping down here at one next bar. He goes, I'm going in and I'm going to start a brawl. And we're all going to liable get arrested or whatever comes of it. He said, but something's going to give or I'm going to lose everything I've got. And we pulled over and I got that. And I said, man, this is awful solid. He leaned over and bent down. He goes, just do it. Just get it over with. I rubbed my head a little bit. I said, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you.
I reckon.
And, yeah, I flew into him and, saved his marriage. Of course, he was all black and blue and bruised up when I took him home. And, of course, he told her, we got into a brawl at the venue and, sort of got drug into it. And it's just, they living happily ever after.
Just took good ass whipping to get it through him.
Yeah, that was. And he hadn't gotten another one of them situations since.
So you did teach him a lesson.
He got taught a lesson. Yeah, I did too. I said, I don't want to be on the other end of this.
Well, you just got to remember that's what friends are for.
Yeah, that's it. He's a little kin to me too, so that made it even harder.
Yeah. Well, Brit, what do you got? You better let the man go, or too hot for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty toasty in there.
Hey, I'm the hottest one around.
Oh, that's what it is.
Look at my
necking. Nothing is hotter than this Brit sat on this chair right now, literally.
Now, look, have you ever met an entertainer hotter than I am?
Yeah, actually I have.
Well, who?
Robbie Williams. And
Who?
I'll have no arguments from you about that, mister.
Robbie Williams.
Who?
Exactly. You wouldn't know who he is from Stoke-on-Trent near me. But he is very, very hot, and he looks hot in a suit too.
Oh, but he didn't set it on fire and wire it, did he?
No, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't need.
He
doesn't need to set anything on fire to be hot.
Oh!
In your face.
Oh! No, that was a bloody good one.
Back of the net.
Oh, Lordy.
Now he's going to be searching YouTube, Robbie Williams. He's done a million things. He's a hell of a singer, I give him that, man. He does everything from Sinatra to some good rock.
It's not the kind of music that you do, but it's just something I grew up with.
Well, I've played every kind, but I didn't want to do no more copying. I want to do my own stuff. Just be me. Be me.
So where do we find all your music at?
And who are you?
Mostly on YouTube, or you can find on that #1 music. There's some stuff on Spotify, some iHeart Radio. There's on iTunes. There's an album on my iTunes, but shoot, I ain't collected the first dime on that album yet. All that goes to that old record label, and it's supposed to be, of course, moved on to me. But it's been 4 years, and I ain't seen a drop of that money. But
hey, do you do any Facebook? Have you ever done any Facebook Live stuff?
No, but I'm fixing to. I had my producer just got on me there Friday, wanting me to do that.
Have you watched people do it?
I've seen some, but you got to watch on the Facebook Live, because I don't like doing it in case something goes wrong or anything. You can't.
You can't edit it, can you? You can't get rid of the bad bits.
Yeah. You only get one chance. Here's my firm belief. You only get one chance to make a good first impression.
You think it does any good doing it on Facebook like that? Even though, my opinion is Facebook is starting to go downhill, but...
Right, but...
I could be wrong.
If everything goes smooth, I mean, it's just another way to get out there. I didn't put the whole songs, but I put a couple of new songs out and just let people get a feel of them. That's a couple songs coming on the new album, but I just didn't want to put the whole songs up. And I think you guys may have a couple of those, I think. And but I still got a couple more to do, and I don't know. It's just I'm a perfectionist. When I do it, I want it right.
Oh, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gonna make mistakes, but in this industry, one mistake can take you right to the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, if you can get up in front of that church and make the pews rock, I reckon you can handle Facebook just fine.
Yeah, I can do it. It's just I don't have no high quality cameras, and stuff like that.
Shit, everybody else is using their cell phone.
Yeah, I know it.
Believe me, you won't catch me doing any Facebook Live. If any Facebook Live comes from the Yankee and the Brit, it is not from the Brit. It is from Knob Cheese over here.
Well, I thought you was going to do a duet with me,
Oh yeah.
Oh, she'll sing with you in a minute, but she ain't gonna let nobody see her on camera.
See, we'd have a bloody good time.
Jolly good.
You have been practicing. I'm impressed.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
You're a handful.
We'll let you go, but I sure appreciate the stories and taking a little time to yak with us and just down-to-earth, good old country boy.
That's it. All you get is straight up. Straight up.
Well, thank you very much, man, and don't forget us and keep sending us that music. We love this stuff.
Hey, I appreciate you playing it.
All righty. Take care of yourself and go get yourself a good cold glass of moonshine.
All righty. Will do. Appreciate it.
We'll see you.
Bye.
See you, man. See you.
Here's my man, Pebo Wilson. Barn burns down. Yankee and the Brit. Independence Sunday. I just love this tune. Check it out.
Joe was out in the field one day, shucking corn and baling hay. Here comes Sue, the neighbor's wife, with a glass of tea and a dress too tight. All the women knew all over town Joe had the biggest barn around. He showed it off through one night. They both saw a flickering light. Well, it didn't take long till the head caught fire. They ran out as the flames went high. Joe barely had his pants on yet when the bullet buzzed right by Joe's head. Rumors and embers float all over town. You play with fire, you leave ash on your ground. Lessons we learned are so simple, true yet profound. Chuck another man's corn and your barn burns down. You know what happens. Joe was running for his life. Sue should have been there close behind. She ran back to her husband's arms. Can't make no money if you got no barn. Nobody knows what became of Joe. Just disappeared, went up in smoke. Now I'm not saying Sue gets around. Just last week another barn burned down. Rumors and embers float all over town. You play with fire, you leave ash on the ground. Lessons we learned are so simple, true yet profound. Shook another man's corn and your barn burns down. Just like that. Rumors and embers float all over town. You play with fire.
man's corn, milk another man's cow. Wake up in the morning with your barn burned down. Barn burns down. Barn burns down. Barn burns down.
It's more than music. More than music. It's a state of mind. Don't stop. Let's go. It's a way of life. Come on. And there's nobody that throws down country better than this. Welcome everybody. On the RTM Radio Network.
Here's one more from Pebo. The devil has to win. The Yankee and the Brit. Thomas Gabriel coming up next.
Come and go quicker than the needle hits the floor. Now I surrendered all my pride. I don't give a damn how much she cries. I know it hurts her. I'll never feel she goes through, I never will. I guess the devil has to win every now and then. Wasted time when I was young. So many things I could have done. I let this world take me in. Life's pleasures that never end. Now even though I survived the times, I wonder what could have been. Yes, the devil has to win every now and then. I never see pain in her eyes. Most of the time, I'm out of my mind. Can't live it over again. Yes, the devil has to win every now and then. See the pain in her eyes. Most of the time, I'm out of my mind. I can't live it over again. Well, I guess the devil has to win. Well, I guess the devil has to win. Every now and then. Every now and then.
Under the yellow moon they all watched as he walked on by. Past every front porch along Main Street, everybody felt just fine.
He heard their whispers on the wind, ain't it a shame? He'll never change, never change, never change. But every village needs a fool and every sinner needs someone to blame. They sent him back to Hickman County, where they never call you what you were before. Goodbye, number 1974. 15 summers came and went before he blew back in. But home just wasn't home. The ground was hard and the air was thin. They heard the sirens on the wind. Ain't it a shame? He'll never change, never change, never change. But every village needs a fool and every sinner needs someone to blame. They sent him back to Hickman County, where they never call you what you were before. Goodbye, number 1974. Faded and the legend grew. Old 1974, they all love to look down on you. I'd like to think you know the hand that you were dealt ain't in the shame. They'll never change, never change. But every village needs a fool and every sinner needs someone to blame. They sent him back to Hickman County, where they never call you what you were before. Goodbye, number 1974.
Light up a midnight sky, sweet honeysuckle love, apple of my eye. The dance floor's flowing like a river tonight, love's burning me up like a fire at night. And I've been trying all night long to make you see just what your love has done to me. Two hearts beating louder than the 4th of July, like the sound of rolling thunder across the summer sky. Nothing's better than the way that you hold me tight. You got me going crazy with those pretty brown eyes. Everything's better when you're by my side. Your cotton candy kisses keep me up at night. So jump in, baby, throw your hands up high, twisting and a turning like a carnival ride. Swinging's got me hypnotized. I'm like a derailed train and I don't ask why. Nothing sweeter than your lemon drop kiss, honey child, you know that I can't resist. And I've been waiting for this moment for so long, waiting for it all night long. Two hearts beating louder than the 4th of July, like the sound of rolling thunder across the summer sky. Nothing's better than the way that you hold me tight. You got me going crazy with those pretty brown eyes. Everything's better when you're by my side. Your cotton candy kisses keep me up at night. So jump in, baby, throw your hands up high, twisting and a turning like a carnival ride. than the 4th of July, like the sound of rolling thunder across the summer sky. Nothing's finer than the way that you hold me tight. You've got me going crazy with those pretty brown eyes. Everything's better when you're by my side. Your cotton candy kisses keep me up at night. So jump in, baby, throw your hands up high. Wrap your arms around me and hold on tight. You're loving on me, honey, for the rest of your life. Twisting and turning like a carnival ride. You got me twisting, spinning like a carnival ride.
Dean Young and Carnival Ride, Yankee and the Brit on an Independence Sunday. Hello, Nisi, how are you? Joining us in the chat over there, Lee Godfrey, Mr. Lee, and Thomas A. Rollins Sr. What's going on there, everybody? Nice to see you guys stopping by. Very cool, man. Pebo Wilson, what a great guy, man. Funny. Love that old redneck attitude. Gotta love that, man. If you missed the interview with him, Donald will have it up here probably tomorrow or the next day. Very cool stuff. What a great guy. I can't say it enough, man. One of my heroes, I guess, 'cause I just love that barn burning song. It's just too much. Can't say it enough. When I get tired of saying it, that's the last you'll hear of it. But until then, you're stuck with it. I love it. Nice to have you guys here. Let's move along over here. Emily Shields, you're just a country boy.
Turn the radio up. Turn the radio up. Turn the radio up.
The DJs. We love the DJs. It's the best music. Best music. I love it. It gets me up and popping.
It makes me turn up loud.
It's the only station I've got on my dial. They're the best. They're the best. They play great music.
They got all the hits. They got all the hits.
Today's the best music.
The RTM Radio Network.
Ain't gonna marry in the fall. Ain't gonna marry in the spring. For you're in love with a pretty little girl who wears a diamond ring. You're just a country boy. Money have you none, but you've got silver in the stars, gold in the morning sun, gold in the morning sun. Never gonna kiss the ruby red lips of the prettiest girl in town. Never gonna ask her if she'll marry you. She'd only turn you down. You're just a country boy. Money have you none, but you've got silver in the stars, gold in the morning sun, gold in the morning sun. Never could afford a store-bought ring with a sparkling diamond stone. All you can afford is a loving heart, the only one you own.
in the morning.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Excellent.
Broadcasting around the world. This is your number one internet radio station. The music you love right here, right now.
Brenda Man and Donna playing the best independent artists on the Yankee and the Brit show.
The night, look at everything around us, and don't it just feel right? Can you feel my heart? Can you feel it beating? And it's you it's beating for, and it's you that it's needing. Feel the world moving, feel the heat rising. It's in your eyes that I've been looking, and now I'm realizing that all I ever wanted and all I ever needed is here in my arms. For tonight, we've got everything and more. Yes, tonight, can you see what it's all for? We've got it, it's ours, and no one's gonna break it, 'cause we've got each other here. Oh, you're in my arms, holding you so near, and there's nothing else that matters, and they've all disappeared. I can't let go, and I want you here. So let the world move on around us. There's nothing left to fear. For tonight, we've got everything and more. Yes, tonight, can you see what it's all for? We've got it, it's ours, and no one's gonna break it, 'cause we've got each other here. We've got each other. We've got each other tonight. We've got each other here. For tonight, we've got everything and more. Yes, tonight, can you see what it's all for? We've got it, it's ours, and no one's gonna break it, 'cause we've got each other here.
The tip jar's filled with bills and change. The whiskey's cheap, and I made a few new friends. Yeah, life ain't so bad when someone pays your tab at 3 a.m. I sold some CDs and a few t-shirts, gave an autograph, got a phone number. Lord, I love my job, I can't really call it work. I'm sleeping in the back of my old Cherokee, living on my music and eating mac and cheese. I got empty pockets and holes in my jeans, but I'm close 6 strings away from my dreams. I sat behind a desk before I finally found my place on top of the world, singing on the smoky stage. Yeah, you can have your suit, I'll keep my cowboy boots and this guitar. Paper and a pen and a 3-chord melody. Everything I am comes pouring out of me. To be true to myself, I can't do nothing else but sing. I'm sleeping in the back of my old Cherokee, living on my music and eating mac and cheese. I got empty pockets and holes in my jeans, but I'm close, so close, just 6 strings away from my dreams. I'm sleeping in the back of my old Cherokee. Sometimes it's so hard, but there's no place I'd rather be. I got empty pockets and holes in my jeans, but I'm close, so close, just 6 strings away from my dreams. The tip jar's filled with bills and change. The whiskey's cheap, and I made a few new friends.
Kent Maxon and 6 strings away from my dreams. Yankee and the Brit, the RTM Radio Network, Sunday, Independence Day. Got a brand new spanker right here. I tapped it on the ass a couple times and she's ready to rock. Ashley Rachel, New Wings.
Mama earned her wings when I was 9 years old. Left behind my daddy, he didn't know which way to go. Didn't have a clue how to raise his little girl, but I never went without, and he made me his whole world. He became my hero with the strength of 1,000 men. For everything he didn't know, he made up for being a friend. I can't always call on Daddy, and he's here every time I sing, but he's up there holding Mama now, showing off his new ways. Daddy was a mountain, he was strong and tall. He taught me to love God and put him above all. He always said there's more to life than just money. You can be the richest person with love and family. He became my hero with the strength of 1,000 men. For everything he didn't know, he made up for by being my friend. I can't always call on Daddy, and he's here every time I sing, his new wings, showing off his new wings, yeah. Ooh. His new
New Wings, Ashley Rachel, right here, brand new with the Yankee and the Brit. Ashley is going to be joining us on the 18th of August, so that's going to be pretty cool. Brand new artist come by and give us a little yik-yak. Gotta love that, man. And thanks again to Pebo Wilson. The dude is awesome. Gotta love him, man. It's what it's all about, I guess. Here's Andrea Ortega and her version of Crazy.
And so the curtain is raised on the very beautiful opera Il Radio Amore, or I Love by Radio. As the enchanting Marisa opens with a lovely aria, Mia Bellissima Radio, her lover Roberto suddenly appears. Jealous that she listens to the radio at home, at the office, all the time, Roberto demands she throw it in the river and come to his house to watch TV. But Marisa angrily refuses and takes center stage for the lyrical El Stofo Irloba, or Stuff It in Your Ear. Tears streaming down his face, Roberto reveals he's fond of the radio too, especially while driving to work and jogging, and thus joins her for the enchanting duet Uno Radio, Due Corazon, One Radio, Two Hearts, thus prompting the town merchants who advertise on radio to join the reconciled lovers for the lively finale, To Listen or Sell, Radio is Swell.
Radio. Red hot because it works. For all the facts, call this station or the Radio Advertising Bureau.
Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Oh, worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Oh, crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for trying and crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving
Andrea Ortega, Crazy with the Yankee and the Brit. One more, and we're out of here for the night. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you again to Pebo Wilson, that old wild man. He's crazy, and we love him. That's it. We'll see you next week sometime. If not, definitely we'll see you Friday night.
The coolest station online.
Yeah, that's us. The Yankee and the Brit Show on RTM Radio.
and I'm out the door before the sunrise. Bust my ass for a little cash to get a little stash. Moonshine. Oh yeah. Down here, that's the only way we know. 6 strings, 4-wheel drive. Country folks carry on Southern pride. Up at the crack of dawn and we work till dark. We pay respect only where it's due. We stand for the flag in America too. Raising hell by the fire when the sun goes down. How does that country sound? Out in the truck before the sun comes up, all camoed up to the deer stand. Some time with a cricket on the line suits me fine, 'cause I'm a country man. Oh yeah. Down here, that's the only way we know. 6 strings, 4-wheel drive. Country folks carry on Southern pride. Up at the crack of dawn and we work till dark. We pay respect only where it's due. We stand for the flag in America too. Raising hell by the fire when the sun goes down. How does that country sound? We pay respect only where it's due. We stand for the flag in America too. Raising hell by the fire when the sun goes down. How does that country sound? How does that country sound? Oh, shit.
Another day closer to being dead.